Faces of Abortion is the only television program of its kind that shows the powerful, real-life stories of women, men, and families who have suffered the devastation of abortion. Faces of Abortion touches hearts and changes lives in over 125 nations. Faces of Abortion is a program that will help you with healing from the heart and hope for the future. You will be given practical steps for healing in your life and help to end the suffering of abortion.
So it just overwhelmed me. And I thought the only way to escape the pain was to take my life.
I had a fear that I wouldn't be able to have my own children.
It brings heartache. It brings hurt.
And I knew they were tearing my baby apart.
I remember the cold feeling of the room.
I remember laying there and I just said to myself that I will never forgive myself for what I'm doing.
I believe that my life was spared that night just so that I could be here right now and say abortion hurts women.
Whisper, be silent no more.
Welcome to Faces of Abortion. I'm your host, Cindy Collins, and again, I'm with our co-host, Alan Parker, who is president of the Justice Foundation, and also Clayton Trotter, who is general counsel of the Justice Foundation. Another great show today, and just some really great testimonies that we have that will really touch some hearts, I believe.
That's right. I would urge everyone to watch because Norma and Johnny are going to tell us about their abortions, and people can find out something that they've never heard before about this normally intimate subject, but which the truth needs to come out.
I agree with you, Alan, and right now we all need to go together and watch Johnny's story in her own words.
Hi, my name is Johnny. When I was 19, I went on a little rebellion spree and decided I wanted to do things my way. I was tired of going to church, I was tired of working, and I was tired of being just the little Christian girl. So I decided to do things my way, and first off, I met a guy, he was in the Air Force, fell madly in love, and found myself pregnant. Well, what a shock. He was going to Vietnam and didn't want a wife or a baby. I chose to keep that baby, and I thought if I'd ever done anything right in a lifetime, it was having that child and loving her. But one thing was missing, a father. So the first man that asked me to marry him, he was 16 years older than I was and very abusive, in which I did not know. But after I married him, 3 months after we married, my daughter started being abused. At that time, I thought this soon will pass, but the abuse got worse. Found myself pregnant again, and I had that daughter also. So I had 2 children, and after my second child was born, then the abuse really got bad on her and myself, and it increased and increased. I was afraid to leave that marriage, and so I stayed in it and vowed that I would make it. But it got worse, and I thought, well, maybe I can leave. And then I found out I was pregnant. Fear overtook me. He had 2 children that he abandoned, and I thought, now 3 children, he's going to abandon all of us, and I'm going to be alone. And we talked about it. He didn't want a child, and so we come up with abortion. I drove to that. He took me to the clinic, and he dropped me off like I was going to a dentist appointment and said, call me when it's finished. I went in and I asked, is this a baby? And they said, no, it's just a massive tissue. they started doing the abortion, and I can still remember that sound. And it was a sound that I will never, ever, ever forget. And when I hear that sound now, I want to run. I had the abortion, and as I was having that abortion, I wanted to undo it, but I couldn't. It was too late. As I went home, I just curled up in a knot and I cried, and I wanted to run back and say, stop, I don't want to do this, but it was too late. As my life spiraled out of control, I wanted that baby back. I couldn't get it back. Nothing I did was happiness. I loved the 2 children I had, but I had a baby missing, and I wanted that baby. Soon the pain got so bad that I couldn't handle it, so I started drinking. And by day, I was a workaholic. By night, I was an alcoholic. And as soon as I got home, I fixed me a drink, and I would start drinking, and I would drink till I stumbled to bed. This went on for 33 years of my life that I lived this way. I did divorce my abusive husband, and my life went back in control for a little while, but there was something missing, and the pain was so bad. I became bulimic, and suicide was just raging all the time in my mind that I just didn't want to go on. Something in my life was gone. Finally, I went to church, not to be saved, not to ask for God's forgiveness, but I just wanted to know one question: if I committed suicide, would God forgive me if I asked Him before I died? My pastor has been through so much with me, but he's like a coach that won't let you stop. And he keeps beating on the pavement and said, you will make it, you can make it, you will make it, you can make it. And with his help, he called someone that was in an abortion ministry from Alabama. They flew in to my city, and they prayed with me, they helped me. And that was right after I had attempted suicide. I still could not, I just couldn't be free. My heart, my soul just was not free. I called Outreach, and I asked for information just on abortion. After I did that, I was told about Rhonda, and I went through that, and it was such a healing for me. The healing started, and it began. And without the redemption and the restoration of Jesus Christ, I could have never made it. I just want America to know that we have to go back. The one that gave life creates life. The one that created, it's His to take. And I am so thankful for people that are against abortion that will help us. Thank you.
It was 33 years that Johnny said that she had been suffering the pain of abortion. 33 years, and our hope today is you have tuned in to watch Faces of Abortion, is that it does not take that long for you to understand the healing and that